Shalom everyone, all praise to the Most YAHUAH, and unto our done and Savior YAHUSHA Mashiach. This is your boy, your friend, your brother, French of the West African Yasharal. So this topic lesson investigation is going to be part 2 of Debunked the Black Israelite. And this part we'll be talking about the second Exodus. And trust me, anybody watching this video will be surprised, because the second Exodus reveals who are the real Israelites. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not going to waste time. Alright, so before I do anything, I just want to go over a few scriptures to show you how I function, because I'm a servant of the Most High, and to show you the way we're supposed to teach. So whoever is watching this video and believe in the scriptures, you're supposed to go by the same concept. Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 1, or Corinthians Rishon chapter 13 verse 1. This is the third time I am come to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. So according to Apostle Paul for you Christians, or according to Apostle Shaul, at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses we can establish a matter, basically. Now let's see where it's getting it from. Devarim chapter 19 verse 15, or Deuteronomy chapter 19 verse 15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth. At the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall the matter be established. So it's getting it from Torah, basically. That's what I'm trying to explain. So New Testament, Old Testament, they all believe the same thing. Yeah? So I'm not just going to pick up a verse and create a whole doctrine like that. I need witnesses. I need somebody that's saying the same thing somewhere else in the scriptures. Let's just make sure that this is the same way you to do it. Yeshayahu, or Isaiah chapter 38, and 1 verse 9 through 10. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Just like I said, them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Let's continue verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So you need your witnesses in the script, because the Most High is like this. He's repeating over and over again the same thing. The Most High does not change. Yahuwah does not change. Only men change. Yeah? So that's why what I'm going to show you today, I'm not just going to pick up one verse and create a whole doctrine. I'm going to show you the evidence from the script. Yeah? And lastly, Mishle, or Proverbs chapter 18 verse 13. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. So you, whoever you're watching this, you must listen to me. You can't just jump to conclusion because you hear something you didn't like. I don't do that myself. I sit down and listen to people. Regardless, I don't believe what they believe, or I know they're talking nonsense, I still spend the time to hear what they're saying, because maybe there's something they didn't understand. So if I'm listening to them, I can correct them. So today, watch this whole video. Whoever you are, let's jump into it. So let's jump into it. And let's read Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 33 through 38. As surely as I live, declares the servant Yahuwah, I will reign over you with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm and with outpoured wrath. So the Most High is saying, I will reign over you. You guys can just act however you want, but at the end, I'll be the one in charge. Let's continue. I'll bring you from the nations and gather you from the countries where you have been scattered, with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm and with outpoured wrath. So this seems to be that he's talking about the Israelite, and for sure this is not happened yet. Let's continue. Let's see why. 35. I'll bring you into the wilderness of the nations, and there face to face I will execute judgment upon you. That sounds like a lot like what happened in the time of Egypt. So we know that's the Israelite. Verse 36. As I judge your ancestors. So now we talking about somebody's ancestors. So we know this is talking about a nation. Let's continue. In the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So I will judge you, declared the servant YAHUAH. So this is talking to the Israelite. For sure. Because the people came out of the land of Mizraim, Egypt. That's the Israelite. Now this right there has not happened yet. We have not heard that the Israelites have been taken again into the wilderness and that they plead face to face with the Most High. Yeah? So this is the end time prophecy right there. For sure. I don't care you're a Christian and you don't believe in your Testament or whatever. But this has not happened yet according to the script. Alright. I will take note of you as you pass into the rod. And I will bring you into the bound of the covenant. Like he did in the wilderness again. Check this out now. I'll purge you of those who revolt and rebel against me. That one, that's the key word. He's going to get rid of the people that are not doing the will of the Most High among the Israelites. And let's continue. Although I will bring them out of the land where they are living, yet they will not enter the land of Israel. Then you know that I'm YAHUAH. So right there, the Most High is literally saying that he's going to gather all the Israelites, and some Israelites ain't going to go to the land. They ain't going to go into the kingdom. But, come on. You've been an Israelite, and you've been wasting the Most High's time. You're going to waste your time too. You know what I'm saying? That's only right. Yeah? And that's extremely dangerous. So for whoever is the Israelite out there, you better watch yourself. Yeah? Check this out now. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 10 and through 11. From beyond the rivers of Kush or Ethiopia, my worshippers, my scattered people will bring me offerings. So, everybody know the land of Kush, and some of you Christians, you're trying to say that all black people are Kush. So, according to the Bible, we got people from beyond the land of Kush coming. So there must be black people. There must be in Africa at least. I don't know no white Jewish in Africa right now. But anyway, verse 11 now. Check this out. On that day, so that day when you coming from the land of Kush, yeah? Yasharal, so that's the Israelite, will not be put to shame for all the wrongs you have done to me. So we know that's talking about the Israelite. First of all, we've been told the scattered people anyway. So that's the Israelite. And check this out. I will remove from you the arrogant boasters. So once again, just like it said right there, it's going to get rid of them. And we know that's the Israelite. So for sure, Zephaniah is talking about the Israelite. Yeah? Let's continue. Never again will you be haughty in my holy hill. Alright. So, now, we were told before that the people, they're going to go into the wilderness again. Yeah? That's the Israelite. And the Most High is going to basically separate the bad Israelite from the good Israelite in Ezekiel. Now in Zephaniah, we are given a location from beyond the rivers of Kush. Yeah? And then the same thing again. Is going to separate the bad Israelite from the good Israelite. And he's saying, you're never going to be bad again. Yeah? So now use your brain. I used to believe myself that he's talking about only the 10 lost tribes. No, it is talking about all the Israelites. How are you going to separate the good ones from the bad ones if you're going to get some other ones again? Does that make any sense? Let me rephrase it. If this is half of the Israelite, that doesn't make any sense. Then later again, in like he says in Ezekiel, then he's going to get the other ones again to separate them again. They must be all together. It only makes sense. They must be all the Israelites together. But now we are told that they're coming from Kush. From the rivers of Kush, which is in Africa. So there's something wrong now. There is something wrong. So it's either the Israelites are black people, or it's either the Israelites are white people. But this right there, that's not going to happen then. Because I don't know no white Jewish people living on the other side of the land of Kush. Yeah? That is the land of Kush right there. The land of Kush is Sudan, my friend. It's not actually Ethiopia. It's part of it. It's Sudan. And the river of Kush, we know is the Nile. Most scholars are saying it's the Nile. All right, just making sure we're talking about the Nile River. Cultural Background Study Bible. Yeah. I'm going to go right here. Talking about the book of Zephaniah. Yeah, as we just read. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 10 to 11. Yeah, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Right? And then they give you the insight right here. 3 verse 10. Rivers of Ethiopia. Since Ethiopia, Kush, here is likely referring to what is now known as the Sudan. The rivers in question are probably the Blue and the White Nile. Rivers of Upper Egypt. All right, so we're sure now. So we made sure that we're talking about the Nile River and that the land of Kush is basically Sudan as well. We made sure. So also I just wanted to point out the word in Hebrew used is put for the scattered. And it's used a few times to talk about the Israelite when it's scattered. So now we have confirmation. And another thing is that on the other side of the land of Sudan is desert. It's a desert. The Sahara Desert, basically, right there. On the other side of the Nile River is the Sahara Desert, my friend. Right there. Just like it says in the prophecy that we're gonna go again in the wilderness. The wilderness is a desert in Hebrew. It's midbar. Midbar in Hebrew. It means desert. You know, so right there. The prophecy makes sense right here. Now, we have proven with prophecy who are the Israelites. There must be black people for them to come back from beyond the rivers of Kush. What does that have to do with the second Exodus? I don't like to speculate, but right now, this is the only explanation that I have. Sorry, y'all. Look, there's going to be a massive exodus of black people back to Africa. Yes, some of y'all, you hate Africa. Yeah, you black, yeah? You Israelite. You hate Africa so much. Well, there's going to be an event that's going to make us go back there. Trust. We came from there and then be shipped away as slave and all that stuff. And we're going to go back there. Yeah? This is why you got the thing about the year you turn or whatever. This ain't why people come up with this. That's us. Spiritually, it's going to happen. We're going to go back there. So then we'll be able to go to the wilderness and then, you know, separate the wheat from the tare or whatever you want to call it, you know. And then going back to the land. This is the reality, y'all. Now, if you're a sincere person, for you Gentiles out there, you got to follow the script. You know that I'm not lying. The script is clear. It makes sense when you put it into perspective. It's common sense. So stop the BS, y'all. Stop this racist stuff. You're not gonna freaking die right now because black people are the Israelites. That does not change nothing to your faith. I'm not trying to convince people. I'm just telling y'all. Yes, the reason why you don't want us to be the Israelite is because you're racist, 1, and 2, you feel guilty because you done wrong to us, all of y'all, not even only the white people, you Chinese and all of the people, the Indians, all of you, even the Latinos, Mexicans that you're trying to say the Israelite, you silly camp Hebrews out there, they all done wrong to us. They hate us, They think that we're some sort of animals. And then to come to the realization that we are actually the people of the Most High. This means that they're going to get whooped by the Most High when he's going to come back. And that's why they don't want you to be the Israelite. That's got nothing to do with, oh, they're fighting for truth. And no, that's not true. The script is clear. Now, let's go back to the second Exodus. We are going to go back to Africa, y'all. There's going to happen. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a teacher. But there's going to be an event that's going to make us go back to Africa. Watch. It's already happening anyway. For us to come back from the rivers of Kush, we need to be in Africa. And most of us that's Israelite, we come from West Africa, Central, South, or whatever. So we're going to have to go back to Africa at one point. There's going to be a major event that's going to make people go back to Africa. Yes, also you can think about, the scriptures in, Isaiah chapter 11 verse 12, if I'm not wrong, where he says the Most High is going to regather the Judah, the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth, and the outcasts of Israel. We already know that the outcasts of Israel, they're in Africa, the 10 lost tribes. And, Judah is the people that have been taken to slavery. So, we're going to be regathered together, but in Africa. This is why we need to push this truth, y'all. I'm not trying to convince anybody, but look, those of us, we know the truth, we need to push it more. There's nothing wrong with Africa. There's nothing wrong with Africa. The name is not even from Leo African, it's just bullcrap. I debunked that a long time ago. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with Africa. Because the Most High wants us to go back there. The prophecy is real, y'all. Only a dishonest person will say that I'm wrong. I showed you. I showed you. Now what we do, or should I say what we need to do, we're going to push this truth. We need to push. Bring more evidence. So that more of us are aware. But also, on the flip side of that, don't forget that it's not all of us that's going to get into the land. The Most High made it clear. Because some of us are rebels, still up to this day. But we need to push this truth even more. Speak about the history of Africa even more. And that's why I've been called by the Most High to do what I'm doing now. And all of us, all you out there that you got YouTube channels, we all have a role to play to come to this moment when we're going to be regathered. It's the reality of things. The word of the Most High is not nonsense. The word of the Most High is truth. And we need to defend the truth. The truth, which is the law of the Most High. So we need to keep them laws, yeah. And the faith in YAHUSHA Mashiach. So I hope this short video has been an enlightenment to you. I hope you're having a blessed day. And get ready, Israel, Yasharal, because we're going to be regathered. Our God, our YAHUAH is going to come back for us. He's going to come back for us, y'all. For sure now. For these white people out there, yeah, these other races of people, these Muslims, they can make all the videos they want trying to debunk the Israelite. Let them. Because they know the truth. And before I go, I just want to put that out there. The reason why they're going to shoot at Jesus when he comes back, it's not because it's Jesus. It's because he's black. They're going to see a black guy popping up the sky, and they're going to say to themselves, holy shoot. We need to get rid of them. Shalom.